Hello everyone, welcome back to Sawyer Studios, and today I'm doing a video that I've wanted to do for a while, and that is the top 10 Clone Wars sets we deserve, but never got. And this is just going to be a sad video because I really do think that Clone Wars sets are over. Will we ever get one again? Maybe. I think it's possible that we might get like one or two maybe down the line, but I don't think we'll ever see like a full-on Clone Wars wave ever again, Like we might just get like a little callback here and there, but to get a full wave, I don't think it's ever going to happen. So that's just unless there's a Clone Wars movie that's made or another TV show or something, we're just not going to see that. I don't think ever again, just because with all the new content that's coming out, Lego has a lot of stuff that they'd rather make than remake Clone Wars sets. So here are all the sets that, well, at least not all of them, the top 10, in my opinion, that I wish we would have gotten and that we deserve but we never got. So let's get into it. Number 10 is the Republic AR Quintons, or the Light Class Cruiser, which we saw in Grievous Intrigue. Obi-Wan, that was the ship that Obi-Wan was on, and Commander Cody, when they were boarding General Grievous's ship to save Ethkoff. Now, this would have been such a good set because we would have gotten some Magna Guards. We've only gotten Magna Guards, and really the Magna Guard Starfighter, I think, was like the only set we got Magna Guard in. And we would have been able to get some of those, General Grievous, Obi-Wan Kenobi, maybe even a Phase 1 Commander Cody, which we've only gotten him in the Republic Gunship Clone Wars version, and the Geonosian Starfighter. So, yeah, I wish we had that set. I mean, we do have Moff Gideon's Light Cruiser, which I still want to get and then mod into a Republic version, so that might still happen. I'm not quite sure when I will get that set, or even if I will, not quite sure, but maybe somewhere down the line I will mod that into a Republic AR Quintons, but I think that's the closest thing we're going to get. So that's why it's number 10, because technically there is a version of that ship out there. It's just not a Republic version, so I could mod it. It's okay. We're going to go on to numero 9, which is the Separatist Cruiser Munificent class. Lego made a Venator, and they didn't make a Separatist ship. And I know that Separatist stuff was not as popular. I get that. They definitely pumped out more Republic stuff than Separatist stuff. If you look at like all the Separatist stuff you could have gotten, vastly was outnumbered by all the Republic sets you could have gotten. So obviously kids were like, yeah, I want to make a Republic army. But, like, I knew people who wanted to make a Separatist, like a good Separatist army. And I think just a Separatist Munificent class cruiser would have just done it. Because the only real Separatist ships that we got was the Malevolence, which, that was cool. That was a cool set. The Malevolence, and I guess technically the Separatist shuttle. And then we also got, the Hyena droid bomber, the regular droid fighter, and then the Tri-Fighter, Vulture droid, that's what it's called. So we did get some, like starfighters, but as far as like cruisers go, we didn't get a lot. And I guess technically the Malevolence was Lego's way of giving us a Separatist ship or vehicle to fight in space with, but I would much rather prefer just a regular Munificent class cruiser, because you could buy multiple of those. You can't really buy multiple of the Malevolences because there's only one, and it kind of blew up after 3 episodes, so you don't see that throughout the Clone Wars. So I would have liked that. Could have come with like a tactical droid, some other droids, maybe even Count Dooku. I think it would have been a pretty cool set to have. Number 8 is a Venator attack cruiser, which, yes, we did get one. I just think it was so crappy we deserve a second one. And here's why. Because who in their right mind was like, let's put Chancellor Palpatine's office in a Republic Venator attack cruiser? That makes absolutely, like, 0 sense. Like, I want an attack cruiser with a good interior. Like, an interior that makes actual sense and minifigs that make sense. Because we got a clone pilot, a clone gunner, which those two, yeah, they make sense. Even though you don't fly a Venator with a clone pilot, and they put a clone pilot in, like, the Venator's bridge area, which was. I'm not even gonna get into that. But he got freaking Chancellor Palpatine and two Senate Commandos. It just doesn't fit the set. It just didn't fit the set. Plus, the set looked kind of weird. Anyway, I want a Venator that looks better and has an interior that actually makes sense. And I think Lego could have done that. We could have gotten, like, I don't even care if this was one of those sets where we got another Anakin and Ahsoka Tano, but you could have thrown in, like, a young Admiral Yularen, which we only have an old version, an Imperial version of him. I would have liked the Republic version of him. Could have gotten a couple clones as well, but just something. If Lego were to have remade it today, I bet they would have made the big body area just like the bridge, which I would have been fine with because I think Republic bridges look really cool. Or it could have been like a hangar area. I think a micro scale Venator would look cool, where like the doors actually open and you had like mini brick built gunships. And that also would have been cool. A UCS version would have been nice too, but I would have just liked another playable version that was just an upgrade from the last one, but that's just me. Number 7 is the Crucible. If you don't know what the Crucible is, this was from the Gathering episode. This was the Youngling arc. One of the only reasons why I want this ship is because A, it will have come with some really awesome figures like Huane, the droid, and a couple of Younglings. But I think it would have been so cool to have like it would have been very modular. You know, you open up and then you have had like this like area where younglings could build their lightsabers and like all the cabinets with the lightsaber pieces with the droid Huane. And I don't know, I just thought that ship was so cool. And I think it would have just been a cool ship to have in the Star Wars world and in Lego form. Yeah, as far as like ships go, I wish Lego just made more ships in general. Like, we get a lot of original trilogy ships. I mean, we get the Star Destroyer all the time, and sometimes we get the Tantive V4. But like, I wish Lego made more because we only got the Super Star Destroyer once. We don't have any other Rebel ship other than the Tantive V4, and we do have the Nebulon B, but that's like a display model. That's not a playable model necessarily. And I would like, I don't know, the Profundity, or I know those are like asking a lot, and those are probably really big and probably doesn't make sense to make because how would you make it stand up and stuff. But anyway, regardless, I just wish that Lego made more ships. And I know they're hard, but I don't know. That's just me. Because a lot of this list is ships. Number 6, Trident class assault ship. This would be just another great Separatist ship that we could have gotten. And we've seen, it's not like this ship has only been in Star Wars like once. Like, we saw this in the Attack on Kamino. We also saw this in like the Mon Calamari arc. And it just like, it could come with Asajj Ventress and some Aqua droids, like super battle droids, but like the Aqua versions of them, which look actually pretty cool. Could have come with like some Scuba clones, which would have been even more awesome. So I just wish we had that set. And actually, I don't think that set would have been hard to make with all like the joint pieces and stuff. I think that actually would have looked pretty sweet. Like, I wish Lego made it. Just another Separatist set to like fight with the Republic, because I remember when I was a kid, fighting, making Lego battles, Republic versus Separatist. It was hard when you had to be the Separatist because there wasn't a lot of Separatist stuff, and you had a crap ton of Republic stuff to fight against. So evidently, somehow, I still lost when I was Republic because my friend Walter was just. He always thought outside the box. He like hid my commando droids in my room and was like sniping me from all places. I remember this very distinctly. And he was like, well, you have to find all the commando droids before they kill you all. And so he was just sniping me off. And it was, he really knew how to, what's the word? He knew how to take less and make it more. So he should have gone into business. The number 5 is Republic Stun Tank. We saw these in the Zelo Beast arc, and this is just a set that I've always wanted. I mean, you could have even made an episode 2 version of the stun tank, which are different than the Republic Clone Wars TV show version, because the episode 2 versions, they are on legs. They have like a bigger command center. The stun tanks were hover tanks, and like they were just more maneuverable. I thought that would have been a cool set. You could have put like a couple Dugs in there, Anakin, Mace Windu, and 2 clone pilots or something like that, or 1 clone pilot probably, if no in Lego. Uh, I thought it would have been cool. You could have definitely, even when spring-loaded missiles came out, you could have like incorporated a blue spring-loaded missile launcher in the stun tank thing. So when you like press something, it actually felt like you were shooting out a blue laser. Which I don't know. That was a set I always wished that Lego made and they never did. And it's a little sad, but what are you gonna do? Next is the number 4, the stealth ship from Cat and Mouse going up against Admiral Trench. That just would have been such like a cool set, and we would have gotten some cool clones, because like those like clone pilot stealth, like they just look super cool, and they're black, dark gray armor, and I was just sick. We've got Admiral Yularen and Anakin Skywalker as well. Yeah, that ship would have just been cool. I can just imagine now. It's just been a really cool display ship. And you would have had some pretty good features, some flip-fire missiles, if you could make it at the time. And it just would have had a cool interior with all the computer screens and everything, and some cargo. And I could definitely see like a cargo drop feature, because it was supposed to be delivering cargo or resources to the people of Christophsis. And I think Lego could have done a lot with that set, but they didn't. So we're moving on to number 3, which is the 501st Y-Wing Starfighter. We only got the Republic version, the Clone Wars version of the Y-Wing once, and that was Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter. And yeah, you could have bought multiple of those. I mean, you would have had like 1,000 R2s, 1,000 Ahsokas, 1,000 Anakins. But that was a really cool ship, and the Rebel Y-Wings, they don't look the same. They're not the same build, and so I just wish we got another one of those, just an updated version. And that one came with like the big like black tipped rubber spring-loaded missiles, which are really nice, and they only came in a certain number of sets. But that was just so flipping. It was just such a good set, and I wish that Lego made more of those. Specifically, 501st one, I'm thinking of like Ahsoka Tano and Captain Rex after the final episode, Victory and Death of the Clone Wars. That's the specific one I'm thinking of that Lego could have made, but they could have made a red version from like the Zilla Beast arc as well. It doesn't have to be 501st. But I think just another one of those would have been cool. I mean, they also had red versions of those in the Battle of Geonosis, the second one. So, once again, cool ship. Lego could have capitalized on, I think, but didn't. Number 2 is a Battle of Umbaran Republic gunship. I just, we only got one Clone Wars Republic gunship. We got an Episode 2 gunship, and then we got a UCS Episode 2 gunship. And then way before, we got the very first gunship, which was also Episode 2. But we've only gotten one Clone Wars gunship with Commander Cody, Plo Koon, and Sergeant Mantis, Obi-Wan Kenobi, a regular clone trooper as well. I wish we got another one, because that was a cool set, don't get me wrong. But I feel like as Lego progressed, you could have definitely have gotten, you could have upgraded that gunship. It could have been better, because that gunship always fell apart, didn't have a handle. The top part always fell off because there wasn't any like Technic stuff inside. I just wish we got an updated version of that, specifically on Umbaran, because you could have had like those lights, those floodlights at the front. And I think it just, we both gotten some 501st troopers with it. I think it just would have been a really cool. It would have been a good time when the Umbaran arc came out in the Clone Wars. That would have been a really good time to capitalize on like sending out a new Clone Wars gunship, because kids love gunships, and only made one Clone Wars version. So what are you gonna do? The number 1 on the list, top set that I wish Lego made but did not, is a Republic dropship in ATTE Walker Battle of Mandalore version. And I know we have, the dropship in AT-OT Walker, but I love that set so much. And honestly, that set came out, in 2009? Lego could have, as I said, same argument as before, Lego has progressed so much further that it just could have updated it so much better. And then it could have come with the ATT walker instead of ATOT. And I know probably Lego probably would have done like, we'll sell a dropship and we'll sell an ATT walker. But honestly, I would have paid money if it was like $300 for both in one set. I think that would have been great. And if it was a Battle of Mandalore version, had some 501st markings, had like the blue color scheme, and come with some 501st troopers, some 332nd troopers. I think that just is the dream set, honestly, for me personally. That's the dream set of the Clone Wars that I always will want, but never will get. But it's unfortunate. But anyway, that is my top 10 Clone Wars sets that I thought that we deserved, but we never got from Lego, and probably never will get from Lego. But that is besides the point. That's the end of the video, everyone. And because this is a Lego video, I'll be continuing on reading some more William Shakespeare Star Wars by Ian Dozier, Verily A New Hope. We left off at Scene 7, so here we go, Scene 7, inside the Lars homestead. Enter Owen Lars, Beru Lars, and Luke Skywalker eating at a table. Mine uncle, thou shouldst know my mind. Methinks the R2 unit we have bought belike may have been stolen.
Thievery hath been part and parcel of the Jawas' trade, but in thine utterance I sense there's more. So say, young Luke, why thinkest thou thereon?
Good uncle, well I know the Jawas' tricks, yet as thou sayest, I mean something more. A stolen moment with those droids hath shown to me a reason they may be stolen. I did uncover a recording whilst I cleaned the R2 unit. He purports to be the property of someone known as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Thus thought I, that he may stolen be. As to the name, this Obi-Wan Kenobi wondered I, if mayhap he meant Ben. Canst thou make sense?
Nay.
Yet I wonder if this Obi-Wan, perchance, may be some kin to yonder Ben.
Fie, fie! Shall that old man now haunt my home? That wizard is a damned scurvy man. Tomorrow shalt thou take the R2 droid to Anchorhead, and have its memory erased. And so shall there an end be to it, for it belongeth only now to us.
Yet what if this Obi-Wan appears and lays his claim unto this R2 droid? What stolen may be worth the looking for?
The looking shall not happen, nor the find, for I believe the man doth not exist. Now shall I be alive, destroy the man, lest he be given new life in Luke's young mind, the boy a keen imagination hath. This Obi-Wan hath not for ages walked within this universe. He is no more. 'Twas many moons ago the old man died. Truly he hath met his end about the time, so long ago when wars were fought. The time when men did battle to the grave, the time before the Empire ruled supreme, the time wherein thy father died as well.
Knew he my father?
Though I tell of men and wars and battles brave, still all he hears is that word father. Prithee, Luke, forget. Thy task is to prepare the droids for work tomorrow in the morning. Shall they be upon the south ridge laboring with those condensers?
Aye, and I believe these droids shall serve us well. In troth, good uncle, now I must confess my mind is moved to think upon the pact twixt thee and me, and our agreement, namely that I shall stay here another season. Crops that grow in these harsh climes will surely grow sans me, and so, mine uncle, if these droids will satisfy, I wish my application to transmit unto the great academy this year.
Nay, Luke, an uncle's heart is breaking. Canst thou mean the next semester hence, before the harvest time?
Just so. Quite plentiful are droids.
But harvest time I need thee most. Wilt thou here in the desert yet desert? 'Tis only one more season. This year I.
Wilt thou here in the desert yet desert? That's a sentence.
'Tis only one more season. This year I shall make enough at harvest time to hire more hands to help. Then canst thou go next year to the academy. To pilot is a noble trade, my boy, but family is nobler still. I prithee, understand, I need thee, Luke.
'Tis one more year entire.
'Tis only one more season.
Aye, so say'st. Thou when my dear friends Biggs and Tank did leave, now cracks a hopeful heart, when by the land a man's ambitions firmly grounded are. So shall a bird ne'er learn to fly or soar, when wings are clipped by crops and roots and soil. Pray whither fliest thou, Luke? It seems, dear aunt, I nowhere go, nor flee, nor sail, nor fly. Instead I must remain and clean those droids. Exit Luke.
Oh, Owen, he cannot abide for aye. With us, 'tis true, his friends are mostly gone. It hath great meaning for our well-loved Luke. This bird would surely fly.
So promise I, that I shall set all things aright, Beru. The bird shall fly indeed when time is ripe, and when the nest hath no more need of him.
But, Owen, he hath not a farmer's heart. This apple falls quite near his father's tree.
'Tis true, and this, my dear, is what I fear. Exit Owen and Beru. Re-enter Luke, gazing into the second of Tatooine's 2 sons. Oh, I am fortune's fool, 'tis true, 'tis true. And gazing now upon the double sun of my home Tatooine, I know full well that elsewhere lies my destiny, not here. Although my uncle's will is that I stay, my heart within me bursts to think on it, for out among the spheres I wish to roam, adventure and rebellion stir my blood. Those oft-repeated words of my make-bigs, I do believe that all the world's a star, beyond that heavenly light I shall fly far. Exit.
End of Scene 7, end of Act 1. And we're on to Act 2 next Lego video, so stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe, and click that bell icon so you don't miss out on Act 2 or any other content that I'm posting. And please join the Discord server, link in the description below. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.